Greetings, brothers and sisters. Today, I'd like to discuss a topic which was brought up on the Balak Forum by Lotus King. Um, Basically, Lotus King wants me to discuss the topic of vampirism, and he did ask about necromancy, but I'll do that shortly in another video. Now, let's discuss what vampirism is. Let's discuss the benefits, the dangers, and its application in magic. First off, I'd like to discuss what vampirism is, the types of vampirism. As we're all aware, there is obviously the psychic vampirism, the energy vampirism, the transference of someone else's energy, and then you're consuming that, subsuming it in yourself. This can be done through direct contact, touch. This can be done through sometimes methods of mind. This can also be done through what are known as astral tendrils, which are constructs that over time period grow, that basically expand from the aura, and they're made out of the same energy as the auric field. So that's the first type of vampirism. The second type of vampirism is actually sanguinarianism. And well, a lot of people call it different things: sanguinarianism, sanguis. I've heard it, sanguai. You know, all these different pronunciations, all these different abbreviations. But this is the practice of drinking blood, and consuming the life force energy, okay, within someone's blood. Now, this has been practiced by various cultures around the world. Now, this has been kind of romanticized in Hollywood, comics, media, you name it, as Dracula, Twilight, and all these other, just silly fiction. But there is power to this. There is real power to this, and I'm a black magician myself. And I have done these things. I have done both. And I can tell you that opting for one type of vampirism over the other is foolish. It is foolish. Why not have both worlds? Why not have the best of both worlds? Anyway, so those are the types of vampirism. Secondly, I would like to discuss the benefits of using vampirism. There are many individuals who lack the ability to actually rejuvenate their own energy. Okay? There are individuals out there, many clients that I've worked with, who have had problems with depression, PTSD, anxiety, stress, insomnia, all these other psychological and emotional problems. And from these issues, from these emotional, physical, and mental issues, it has an effect on your spirituality. Okay? Put it into an example. You're lying in bed, you're depressed, you feel like you have no energy to get out of bed. This affects your spiritual anatomy too. For some unknown reason, you have now become a hindrance to yourself. You are unable to generate an ample supply of energy for yourself. And some other people have this for different reasons. Some of them have actual physical health issues, which do indeed actually affect the spiritual issues. For example, if you're anemic and you have an iron deficiency, you'll know that you're very energetic, you're very tired all the time, you're very thirsty, and all these other issues. This actually affects your spiritual anatomy too. A lot of our physical health problems are coming from our spiritual anatomy. They're coming from our subtle bodies. They're coming from our chakras, our aura. What is spiritual will eventually emanate downwards to the emotion, to the mind and the body. Okay, so I want to make that clear. So there are very, very many uses for vampirism. One is for those people that can't supply themselves with an ample amount of energy, so they take it from others. Now, that's not entirely necessary. You can just meditate and consume energy anyway. But this is kind of a shortcut, you know what I mean? This is a shortcut. And through vampirism, it is pretty well known that you can gain as much energy as you want and take and steal as much energy as you want and consume it for yourself than you would through most methods of meditation. And that's just fact. So that's one use. Now, there is a baneful aspect to this. You know, let's say you want to drain somebody. Okay, let's say you want to drain them. Let's say you drain their. Okay, let's say you drain their heart chakra. Okay, you're going to be affecting them emotionally. You're draining away their emotions, draining away their love, their trust, their security. Okay, let's say you drain the sacral and root chakra, but both chakras have sexual orientation and sexual alignments. Let's say you drain that. Let's say you drain a man's. He's going to have erectile problems. Same with a woman and a man. They'll both have arousal issues. You know? Let's say you drain the mind. Let's say you drain the third eye. Okay? You're draining their actual mental strength. You're draining the ability to be able to, you know, problem solve, calculate, remember things, you know? So these are baneful aspects. I mean, me, myself, when I do baneful workings, what I'll do is I'll drain my target first. I'll drain them severely. And if you drain from someone continuously, it can lead to massive, massive physical illnesses. Seriously. You could kill someone through this. But with repetition, of course. You know? The other benefit of this is it's a part of becoming a black magician. It's a thing of dominance, okay? It's very predatorial. And that's what black magicians are. We are predatorial creatures. We are predators. You know, it's eat or be eaten. It's kill or be killed in the wild. And it's no different for us. Wielding these abilities doesn't mean you've got to use them all the time. You can put it in your toolbox for later use, okay? Now let's discuss the dangers. The dangers of vampirism are many. One is the addiction. Now let me tell you, I was addicted to this when I first started. You don't want to get addicted to this. You want to maintain control. You're a black magician. You maintain control. Very important. Very important. Use the thirst as a catalyst for power. Don't let the thirst use you. Okay? That's the first danger. The second danger is polluted energy. Okay? Unfiltered energy. There are various methods of filtering energy. This basically means, let's say you, for example, you who are watching this video right now, let's say that I take your energy, okay? But let's say your energy is polluted. Let's say your energy is negative. It's toxic, yeah? And I take that energy into myself. I am taking your problems. I'm not only now, a lot of people get this confused. I'm not only taking your negative energy, toxic energy. If there is anything about you that is negative, I also take those problems into myself. I've actually experimented with this with a very good friend of mine from years ago. He had many psychological issues. And I wanted to see if when you feed from a target, what you actually take from them. Is it just their energy? Is it just their power? I took on a lot of his mental health issues, a lot of his emotional issues. So be very, very careful who you're feeding from. And if you haven't got the perfect target, you can filter that. And we'll touch upon that in another video, filtering. But don't become addicted to it. Do not become addicted to it. And another thing, I used to think that vampirism made you weak. I honestly did. I honestly used to think, well, you don't have enough power for yourself. You know, why do you feel like you need to feed off others? But it's not a tool for the weak. It's a tool and it's a weapon. Okay? And also vampirism, learning to vampirize people, you're also expanding upon your energy work, upon, you know, pushing out energy and consuming energy. You know, filtering energy is basically transmutation. You're learning various different skills along the way. And this is a weapon, it's a tool, and sometimes it can even be used for healing. We'll also touch on that on another subject. But I am in a different path of vampirism. Okay? I've worked with entities that are actually vampiric entities. The father of the Fang ones. An entity that I met many years ago called Den Astroman. Okay? This entity is an actual vampiric entity that teaches you how to become one of the Fanged ones. Now, a Fanged one, you're not just a person who's vampirizing people's energy. You actually go through an alchemical transformation to become an actual predator, another creature entirely. And from using the methods that he taught me, I was able to actually rejuvenate my body, rejuvenate my soul, strengthen myself, increase every aspect of my life. My sexual life, my power, my health, you know, my mental stabilization. Whatever it was, I could do it. Just like the vampires that you hear about in Hollywood. Sort of like that. My strength increased. My stamina and speed increased. My ability to beguile men and women increased. My ability to be able to just look into people and gaze into the depths of their soul and manipulate it was easier. Because the methods that Den Astroman taught me, once I had linked you as my target, as my feeding source, you were puttying my hands. And now I'm able to control you and mold you, do with you as I want. If you guys are interested in this type of pathworking of vampirism, I will be releasing this work soon in a book. And we can touch upon this in another video. This is episode 1 of the Vampyrism series. And I'd like to thank Lotus King once again for recommending it. Anyway, guys, this is Vampyrism 101, discussing the topics, discussing the uses, the dangers, and the applications of vampirism. But do not look at this as a negative thing. It may seem evil. Some of it most certainly is. But on the path to power, on the road to ascent, the Black Magician must do what is necessary, even if that is a necessary evil. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below. Comment on what you would like to see next. I'm going to be doing different series with each episode. For example, my demonic and magical incantations series I've started, now the vampirism series, and we'll start different series, and yeah, just recommend what you want to see. That's it, guys. I'll catch you all soon. Peace.